This is the final bend here at the Brands Hatch Indy Circuit, one of the most famous circuits in the UK, and it's where we start the 2015 season. Yes, the time has come round again, and in this show we bring you action from the Sportsman Elite 600s, the GP1s and the pre-national 600s. It was 8 years ago that this series started. Look where we are now. Welcome to Thundersport Elite. Well, here we are then at Brands Hatch, ready for a day full of racing. Lining up behind me are the pre-national 600s, and for this year they're going to be in this elite programme, as mentioned before. Some really exciting races to come this year, a class full of rookies and of course full of riders that are yet to attain that national licence. So let's get down on the grid, ready for race one. So here we go then, and it's time for a new season. Thanks for joining us as we get ourselves ready for Thundersport GP1, the big boys and girls here. And well, there's certainly one. It's Phil Crowe, former champion of GP1, the biggest bikes, the most powerful bits of kit in the paddock. Second on the grid there for Curtis Wright, who moves up onto a BMW for this year, the overall Sportsman Elite 600 champion for 2014. There's a missing gap on the front row there. That's Craig Neve. Well, I wasn't going to embarrass him, but it's tough. He's not made it onto the grid. He's too late, so that's the reason he's not there. But this is a mighty competitive field, and away we go down into turn one, and already we have what looks like a really good start for the BMW of 74, Curtis Wright, who retains that number 74 as he moves from 600 championship. He was on a Triumph last year, and second place there is a regular from the top five. That's Barry Teasdale, number 224, and then just behind him another rider you may well recognise, or bike anyway, number 61. That's out of Shelton, who, like Curtis Wright, moves up from the 600 championship. Curtis and Adam had a great rivalry last year in the 600s, and that returns here in 2015. And then a few regulars as well, as we now see we're on board with Barry Teasdale. We just mentioned number 224, got away from the line really well did Barry, and now around Clearways and Clark Curve onto the start-finish straight. Not much of a straight though, as you can see, and all of a sudden you come up to this blind entry and dipping down into Paddock Hill Bend. What a fabulous first turn this is at Brands Hatch Indy. And I should just point out, as you can probably see from your screens, that for March this is not bad weather either, not bad conditions at all. Reasonably high track temperatures, lap records have been going, so one of the best starts to the season we've had in some time. There's your pole man, Phil Crowe, former champion in this class of course. He's been runner-up a few times as well, but more recently he's been trying his luck out in the TT, and he'll be going there again this year, and he'll be popping to the odd Thundersport round where he can. But this is a circuit that, although it's not local to him, he's a man that hails up in Market Raisin in Lincolnshire. He does know his way around Brands Hatch, and away we go across the start-finish straight. And it is Phil Crowe trying to get away past Adam Shelton out front. This is a class for GP1 machines, which are tuned 1000cc machines in many cases, super stock thousands, which are well capable of winning races, and then there's a third class within this as well. Keep an eye out for the pre-national thousands. A bit further back at the moment, leading in the pre-nationals is Carl Simpson, number 16 on the CS Racing Kawasaki. There further back is 31, Colin Parker from Letchwork on the BMW, now back on board the Bob Henderson Racing Kawasaki of Barry Teasdale, and that was Phil Crowe. The door was left open there by Barry, and Phil Crowe has managed to find a way through. So after a poor start from Phil, he's managed to regain consciousness of this race, and now he gets into second place. Curtis Wright, though, has built quite a handsome lead out front. Up into Druids we go. This hairpin here down to second or first gear in some cases. There's Dave Brook, number 73. Really good start to the season for him. Number 3 going through was Adam Revel. And Adam Revel, another rider who's improved drastically. He's last year's pre-national 600 champion, who's jumped onto a 1000cc motorcycle. Keep an eye on him throughout the year. Michael Mace just going through, number 63 there. He was one of the pre-national 1000 riders, but I would say that the top 15 spaces of this race at the moment are full of riders that have won races at Thundersport GB level. That gives you an idea as to how competitive. Further back, this is that battle going on between Adam Revel, number 3, number 31, Colin Parker, and then number 33, that is Michael Neves on the Prime Factors Racing BMW. And Michael is suffering a bit after a big crash into Paddock Hill yesterday. It wasn't his fault, some rider crashed just in front of him, and Michael actually ran over his arm. And talking of crashes in the background there, someone's already gone into the gravel over at turn 1. That looks like Stuart Martin, number 44, who's gone down. Nice to see that he's up and he's walked away. It's a fast part of the circuit. No one wants to crash at Paddock Hill Bend. But at the front of this race at the moment, it is Curtis Wright that still has the advantage from Phil Crowe. Phil Crowe, incidentally, has just put in the fastest lap of the race, though, of 47.368. That smashes the old lap record in Thundersport GB around here at Brands Hatch Indy that was previously held by Steve Mercer. So 47.368 for Phil in second, and he is closing up now on Curtis Wright, who's coming up to some traffic. At the back there's number 29, Kingsley Ruddy from Barnsley on the MSG Racing Suzuki. He's got those Rizzler coloured leathers on, and in fact it's a good job that we can recognise Kingsley by his race numbers, because you can't recognise him in the paddock. He's grown his hair quite long and grown a massive beard. There's number 61, Adam Shelton, at the moment just inside the top 5. He's on one of the super stock machines. He's 4th overall on circuit, 2nd in class. So Shelton on for a podium here in class, but it's all about the 2 leaders at the moment as Phil Crowe closes in. And further back there you can just see the front ends wobbling there for Adam Revel as they round Surtees. He's still just about got enough advantage there, number 3, ahead of Rory Parker and Michael Neves, 33. Michael looks like he's as desperate to find a way past, but back to your leader now. Another lap ticked off. This is the shortest circuit on the calendar, hence why we're getting laps of around 47s and 48s. From here, of course, we move to Donington Park next, then on to Snetterton. So it's the shortest on the calendar. There's a move from Adam Shelton, just putting a lap there on Peter Brands, number 51. But it's still Curtis Wright that has this advantage, but Phil Crowe is definitely closing. Then Barry Teasdale in 3rd, 6.92 there, Dave Murphy's about to be lapped. Then there's Dave Brooke. Dave is having a decent run out there. He's just put a lap on Mark Greenslade, one of the British Army riders in the fields. That's the only problem with somewhere like Brands Indy, when you've got class riders out front lapping in the 47s. You do come up on some traffic towards the latter stages of this race, and Curtis Wright there neatly finds a way past Michael Mace into Druid's Corner. This is perhaps a little unexpected, even for Curtis himself, to find himself battling for the win in the opening round on the 1000cc machine, on the BMW. And there he goes. He's certainly managed to find the right moves to get onto that BMW. Phil Crowe, who's been on BMWs now for the last 4 or 5 years, certainly knows how to work that machine, and he's still in the late 47s at the moment, but he's running out of laps if he wants to try and win this opening GP1 race on TV day here at Thundersport. This championship it's been won so many times by some class riders that have gone on to ride in British Championship. Of course, the Phil Crowe has won this title before, as we mentioned, but the last lap flag is out now, and Curtis Wright here, as long as he doesn't make any mistakes or run into any trouble, he should have this one in the bag. Phil Crowe's not been able to catch him. It was a poor start, and Curtis Wright, as it stands here, has just got 3 or 4 corners left now, and he wins the opening race of the day. A beautiful morning here in sunny Kent. There's Phil Crowe, still trying to push right until the end. He puts a lap on Callum O'Shea, who's actually in 18th place. Callum's not having a bad race at all, but Phil Crowe's put a lap on him, and across the line we go. The checkered flag is being made ready, and Curtis Wright, last year's 600 champion, has won the opening GP1 race. Superb stuff from Curtis. In second place is Phil Crow. In third there, just going across the line, is 224 Barry Teasdale. He wins the Superstock battle. He's the first of the Superstocks. Then Adam Shelton went across the line in fourth. Another rider coming up from the 600s who's managed to finish fourth overall, second in class. Dave Brooke fifth, third in class, and Colin Parker there in sixth place. I can tell you that Carl Simpson it was that won the pre-nationals. He was 13th overall. But there's the top three. Curtis there winning that race. In the Superstocks, it's Barry Teasdale, Adam Shelton and Dave Brooke. And then in the pre-national thousands, it's Carl Simpson, the winner, from Josh Boyd and Jonathan Panter. Winner of that race then, Curtis Wright. Curtis, fabulous season for you, obviously, last year on the 600s. You've moved up a class for this year. It looks like you've enjoyed yourself there.
Yeah, it's fantastic. We never expected to come here and you know, be on the podium. I was expecting just to be, you know, front two rows on the grid, and I would have been over the moon. We put it on second position on the grid and became second yesterday, and I win today. I can't believe it. I'm lost for words.
Anyone to thank at all, mate?
Yeah, my dad, he's helped me out so much. Paddock Brothers, the Rising Sun, and just my friends and family, and obviously my girlfriend. I know I've not got my new leathers on just yet, but I wanted to save them for when she's here. But yeah, thank you all. Thank you everyone. Thanks.
Winner of that race then, Barry Teasdale. Of course not winning outright overall. You've still got a little bit to find, but it's been a long while since you were last out on circuit, so...
I know it's been a while since I was last on my bike, so we're just kind of breaking myself in today, but it's mega to be this close to the front. I was really struggling yesterday, so we've just been chipping away with the bike. We're changing it all the time, just trying to match them GP1 bikes for grip out the corners. It's really tough, but we'll get there. Hopefully try something for this afternoon, and hopefully we'll get a little bit closer. I'm just losing that a little bit, and they're just eking away from us. I'm making too many mistakes, so hopefully we'll be better the second time.
Anyone to thank?
Well, Master's down to Green Chem this year. They've come on board for the full season. Chassis Carb, Brian Curry's Custom Lathes, and Bob Henderson Racing, and Northcott Truck and Van as well. Well done. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Carl Simpson, winner of the pre-national thousands. Not bad weather and a not bad result either.
No, it's good weather and a good result. Enjoyed myself that one. I've written my bike off yesterday as well, so I'm just getting it back together now and just run a few things in. So not too bad.
Anyone to thank at all?
I'd like to say a big thank you to Teesside Industrial Solutions. They've come on board this year, my main sponsor, and Dave Ogden at Miller's Oils, and all family and friends that have helped me as well. Thank you.
Don't go anywhere, folks. A packed grid coming up, the pre-nationals, after this break. Welcome back to Brands Hatch. It's the first round of Thundersport GB. This is the Thundersport Elite programme, and next up on the grid, the A&R Racing Continental Pre-National Sport 600s. It sounds a mouthful, but this is a fantastic class here within the ranks. You just see there, number 67, George Pycroft is third on the grid. Craig Curry on the CC Racing Kawasaki there is on pole, and Sam Osborne on the MSG Racing Suzuki is second. But you can see, if you look back, there's riders that are starting, I think, all the way around at Clearways. This is absolutely jam-packed, this grid. As I mentioned before, a championship for riders that are yet to attain a national licence, and in many cases you'll see orange bibs for complete rookies, and away from the line we go. And you can see there a really good start from the inside there for Pycroft, but it's going to be Pycroft, a beautifully turned out triumph there, that Pallet Brothers triumph with the yellow machine, number 67, with the whole shot down through Paddock Hill Bend, and now up into Druids we go. Curry, number 40, has just been hung out to dry a little bit there, who's been pushed out wide. Somebody came fighting through though to lead that, and we'll get a glimpse as to who it is in just a moment as we go around Graham Hill Bend. And you can see here the amount of riders that this championship has got. We've got entries coming out of our ears for this. It's absolutely fantastic, and the great thing is about it as well, as we see here out front, is Brendan Mallender that got off to the perfect start there, number 6 on the Team Mally Honda. Riders that have won this championship or even finished runner-up have gone on to great things. Barry Teasdale we just saw, former champion, fighting in the top 3 of GP1 class. Adam Revel was up there as well, Dave Brooke. So It really is a fantastic way of starting racing, or moving up, certainly through the ranks. Brendan Mallender here then. Many people tipped Brendan to be in the top 3 of this championship overall based on his performances towards the end of last year. And so this class really for the rookies, for the, I wouldn't say necessarily stars for the future, because this isn't just for youngsters, as we see a change there as Pycroft falls back a bit to Craig Curry. There are riders of all ages in this championship. There's even a couple of riders that you may recognise the names of that quit racing years and years and years ago, but they let their licences lapse and they've started from the very beginning again. But at the moment in this race, yeah, you can see leading is number 6, Brendan Mallender, ahead of Craig Curry, number 40. Another rider to look out for is number 15, Harry Truelove. You may remember last year fighting at the front of this championship, Matt Truelove, Harry's brother. Well, it's Harry's turn. He's moved up from the Mini Twin Championship and he is going very well indeed out there on a Yamaha. There's number 73, Sam Osborne, also a good start for him. Of course, he was second on the grid. That rider just going around Druids there, I think that's Darren Ibbotson, number 50, although you could be forgiven for not having a clue what number he scored there because you can't see it. So Darren, if you're listening, do us a favour. Cheers, mate. Into Surtees we go. It's Curry that leads, number 40 from Mallender, and an aggressive approach into clearways there from 73, Osborne with the white leathers. Further back just behind Osborne, you've got Harry Truelove closing in. Decent starts for Joey Taylor as well, number 61. Further back there we see number 65, Stuart Cryer, one of the Royal Air Force Motorsports Association riders. But around Paddock Hill and up now towards Druids, hairpin we go. Curry it is that leads. There's Harry Truelove going up into 3rd place. An aggressive move there, but clean at the same time. And he makes it count. Harry Truelove moves up a place. There is Ben Shuttlewood, number 83, just trying to get himself up into the points. Really tough class this year. Fastest lap ever in this class for Thundersport. Dean Mulcahy coming into this event at 49.5. And at the moment these guys are lapping about the same, just outside the 49.5 marker as they head on towards the start-finish straight. Here is number 40. That is Craig Curry from North Wheatley on the CC Racing Kawasaki. Just up behind him there, number 15 and number 73. So Harry Truelove has moved up into 2nd place now. Harry from Lincoln. His brother Matt, who's moved into the Sportsman Elite 600 class, which you'll be able to see after the break, after this race. So we'll see how his brother gets on shortly, but he's really going very, very well indeed. There's number 46, Alistair Wright from Liskeard on the Royal Navy Suzuki. Well, there he goes. And he's lost the front. It's so easy to do into Graham Hill Bend, a really tough corner to get right. And he's legging it. He's had enough. He's gone. He's bailed out. And well, there you have it. Man overboard for a Royal Navy rider there. Down into turn 1 we go though, and back to the front. There's some traffic here for the riders to deal with, but it's Curry that has the advantage. Not for long though. Really nice move there, and that was worked out well from Harry Truelove. He saw that Craig Curry had a bit of trouble getting by Lewis Roberts. It's not Lewis's fault, he's a rookie, he's getting used to these things. Oh, and he's just using a bit too much of the exit there. And I would imagine he's probably just been woken up a bit by these guys. This is the battle for the win in the pre-national 600 class, and this is a good battle as well. We've got 3 completely different machines there and 3 completely different riders. Harry Truelove on the Yamaha, Curry on the Kawasaki, who's now pulling over to the right hand side, and then in the background on the Suzuki is Sam Osborne. Poor old number 37 there, Carl Penketh, doesn't know what's hit him. He's got 3 riders all looking to take the win there. Further back we've got number 28, Ewan Meston from Aberdeen, just battling away with Shuttlewood, but it's still Harry Truelove just that has the advantage here, number 15. Curry's been swallowed up by another one, as Sam Osborne, number 73, has now made it up into 2nd place. The laps are counting down here for these guys, and I wonder whether Craig Curry has just lost a couple of places at a critical points of the race. He's not quite been able to deal with the tail enders as well as these guys, and Harry Truelove goes so wide into clearways. He opens the door and through comes Osborne, but it's back up the inside, the cutback manoeuvre for Harry Truelove as the last lap flag comes out. They go across the line almost side by side. Harry Truelove has the correct line into Paddock Hill Bend. Doesn't quite allow through Sam Osborne, who's fighting his way through. It's a race now up into Druids, and there's more traffic up ahead. Here comes Harry Truelove trying to find a way through, but Osborne shuts the door. Curry is still hanging on in there in third. He's not close enough to make a move, but he's there to pick up the pieces should this go wrong. Now we go into Graham Hill Bend, and Sam Osborne defends well, but the drive is all with that Yamaha as Harry Truelove here will try and find a way through up underneath into Surtees. There's a back marker there as well, but that was neatly done by Harry Truelove. He's going to have to find a way past number 29, and he does so just about past Seat, and that will just about do it, I think. Unless there's a miracle here coming from Sam, he's going to have to get in the slipstream, but there's not enough there and not enough time left in the race. A fantastic way to open the pre-national 600s for the year, but it's Harry Truelove that wins it from Sam Osborne and Craig Curry. 0.6 of a second covering the top three different manufacturers, and that's a fantastic advert for what is going to be, and already is, a fabulous racing series. Harry Truelove wins it from Osborne and Curry, then it's Brandon Mallender in fourth ahead of George Pycroft and Joey Taylor. Let's look at them all on the podium then. Harry Truelove in the middle, Sam Osborne on the left and Curry on the right. Third place there in the pre-national 600s. Craig, fantastic racing the first round of the season at Brands. How are you enjoying that?
Yeah, it's been great racing. It was great racing yesterday. Bike's really good. Just had I got a good start, and I thought, I could put some good lap times in. But unfortunately, a couple of back markers. One caught me at Paddock Hill, pushed me a bit wide, and Harry come past me, and then I got another one, and Sam come past me. So, but no, fair play to them. Them guys have rode really well, and I didn't really have an answer at the end. I was just hanging on. So, brilliant race.
Anyone to thank at all?
I'd like to thank Chris Walker, Kawasaki, for lending me the bike, and they've done a fantastic job building it in a week. So it's all good, thank you.
Move on now to second place in the pre-nationals. Sam, you can't really argue with the racing, certainly from the neutral perspective. You look like you enjoyed that.
It's wicked racing, going around with a smile on my face, so wicked battle of all three of us all weekend, so happy. It's like my first weekend out on the bike, so it's going well. Didn't expect to do this well, so couldn't be happier really.
Anyone to thank at all?
MSG Racing, who support me at the track, and just everyone that's got behind me. Backed me all the way through from last season to this season, so yeah, over the moon.
Well done to you. We'll move on to race winner now, Harry Truelove. Harry, you've moved up from obviously the mini twins class from last year, and you followed in your brother's footsteps in many ways into the pre-national. I know you had a little tryout at the end of last year, but you come here straight away on the top step. Lovely stuff.
Yeah, it's great to be honest. I mean, I didn't qualify very well yesterday, so I was a bit cautious in seeing it because I missed Friday as well. So I was a bit, not really feeling that I was doing very well. But today's been really good. I managed to get a bit higher on the grid, and I've done well to get the win.
Looks like it's going to be a really exciting championship. Who have you got to thank?
I've got to definitely thank Adam Marshall, who's prepared my bike pretty much from scratch, and my dad as well for supplying everything, and my family, of course, for all the support.
Well done to you, Harry. We'll see how your brother gets on after the break. It's time, very soon, for the Sportsman Elite 600s. Welcome back. It's now time for the GB Racing 600 Sportsman Elite, a championship for Formula 600 machines and super stocks. Well, more on that in a moment. There's Matt Truelove. We just saw his brother winning the pre-nationals. And there's Tom Neve. He's moved up from the mini twins. A class rider is Tom. Let's see how he gets on with life on a 600. There's Sam Thompson, former champion of the Superstock 600 class, who's come for a play here this weekend. He's out there on the Triumph on the front row. A grid full of riders that you may well... Nice hat, Colin. Colin, the photographer there. Where he's found that from, I do not know. But here we go. It's the Sportsman Elite 600. Few names there that will be familiar to you. Former champion on the inside of the third row back there, number 66, Daniel Freer as well. Away from the line we go, and it's a decent start for Sam Thompson, who gets his elbows out and into turn one. Sam it is that will have this lead. Number 50 on that triumph up towards Druids for the first time. This is where it can get tricky. Matt Trulove is up into second place. It was a good start also for Lee Williams, one of the Formula 600 runners. Now, as I mentioned before, this is a championship for super stock 600s. Very basic rules. The bikes are not far off what you get on the road, and then Formula 600 tuned machines. However, like with most circuits on the Thundersport calendar, brands in particular, you don't tend to notice that much of a difference between Superstock 600 bikes and Formula 600s. We're on board now with Chris Helliwell, who's got these cool glasses with a camera just in top. You can see pivot head glasses, and this is him just taking a look down. He makes another place up and up into turn one. Chris is out there on a Formula 600 again this year on the Yamaha R6, a championship where toward the end of 2014 he started picking up wins, and it's very much the aim to win that championship. Into Druids we go, and there's a nice move coming from Jordan Rushby. Jordan, who was in the Superstock 600 championship last year, number 2, and found it difficult in that first year with Thundersport, but has definitely worked on it and has got better, and over the winter has been working very, very hard, and he looks a different character. And that is something that you do notice with a number of riders when we come out of the long winter break. One or two of them, just out of nowhere, spring a surprise and seem to be right on the pace from the word go, and that's certainly the case for these guys at the front. Matt Trulove there, snaking that rear wheel down into Paddock Hill Bend. They're both trying to catch here. Sam Thompson that leads. It's Matt Trulove in second on the Yamaha R6, and then in third there, another Yamaha in the hands of Chris Helliwell, number 64, who's starting this year with a bang. Brands Hatch is certainly not one of his famous circuits, if you like, in terms of great results, but he would love to get a decent start and some decent points on the board. Sam Thompson there, who won this championship on a Suzuki a few years back, certainly looking to get himself up there. Time-wise at the moment, these guys are lapping in the mid-48s. Now that is pace that wouldn't see you too far back on the GP1 grid. As we see there, number 3, Chris Dickinson, and there's a crash for Ewan Meston, number 28. He's trapped under the bike there, and that's an awkward place to be trapped as well. That's a heavy old lump on top of him. The marshals run out there. It's a dangerous place to be stopped. Yes, red flags are out. The rider seemed to be okay in the fact that he was moving around there, but with a bike trapped on top of you and that position on the circuit, safety paramount. And so we're in for a restart. Everyone's going to have to do it all over again here. You see Sam Thompson on the right. Of course, we'll start from pole. Trulove second and Helliwell third. That's from where they crossed the line last. Therefore, that sets the grid for this restart. Into turn 1. Sam Thompson it is again that has the whole shot, but he's got to build a lead all over again. And now up towards Druids we go. That was a really good start for number 53 there. Chris Burridge on the Saracen Racing Yamaha R6. You can just see the yellow and black machine there. He's up into second. Fantastic start for the local rider who lives in Chelmsford, not too far down the road. He's also out on a Formula 400 this weekend, and you'll be able to see him in action in the other Thundersport show, of course, GP Racing Dream. Keep an eye out for Chris in that. There's number 6, Reece Rothwell, former Street Fighter champion with Thundersport, in his second year on the Formula 600s, looking to win that championship, much like a few of the lads up ahead of him. But it's Thompson that still has the lead here in the early stages, looking to do what he did again in race 1. Now here's Chris Helliwell, who got himself into third earlier on. No such luck this time. He's got to work even harder. That's Lee Williams just up ahead of him, former Supermoto rider, another rider that's spending another season in the Formula 600s, out to Druids and down the hill into Graham Hill Bend, and both Lee Williams there, number 94, and Chris Helliwell, 64, tried to chase down Chris Burridge up ahead. But these are your race leaders, number 50 and number 59. Sam Thompson, number 50, Matt Trulove, number 59. Both of these riders, Super Stock 600 machines, and the Super Stock lap record at the moment still being held by David Allingham from his visit here last year. He promptly went on to throw the bike up the road into Surtees and absolutely demolish one of our Thundersport cameras at round 1. Thanks for that, David. He's still in an absolute state. But this is Chris Helliwell, and he's losing. Now, hang on a second, what's going on here? Chris Helliwell has pulled up over, and the bike's gone pop. The bike has gone pop there. Oh, what a shame for Chris. That is no luck at all. He was in the running for the win earlier on, but he's out of this race. He pulls up over at Druids. He goes for the drop kick with a few bits of gravel, and he's absolutely destroyed by that. Meanwhile, at the front, a door has been left open by Sam Thompson, and Matt Truelove says, thank you very much. And just like his brother did earlier on in the pre-national 600s, Matt Truelove's done the same. Now we've got another rider pulling up here. That's 92, Matt Johnston from Newbury on the Yamaha R6. He's pulling out of this race, former pre-national 600 rider. I'm not sure what's happened there, but it's obviously another mechanical there. So in this restart, plenty of drama. But at the front, it's Thompson who's regained the lead ahead of Matt Truelove. Further back there in third place is Lee Williams, who is now your Formula 600 leader overall. Reece Rothwell is in fourth place and second in the formulas, and then it's Chris Burridge. Tim Neve is up into the top 8. Dave Todd and Joe Goggins also up there, as we see number 3 Chris Dickinson from Preston on the DBR Kawasaki. So decent lap times all the way down the field here, but this is your race leader, number 50 Sam Thompson from Bournemouth on the Triumph 675, just up ahead of Lincoln rider Matt Truelove on that Yamaha R6. Neatly turned out, the Truelove brothers, for 2015. Both riders were in the Super Twins and Mini Twins last year, and Matt tried his luck out in the pre-national 600s. Although I was a little confused at Matt at the end of last year. He was in a position where he could still technically and mathematically win the pre-national 600 championship, and opted out of racing in it to let his brother have a go on the bike. So either way, he's a good rider, Matt Truelove, and he's getting plenty of laps under his belt over the last few years, and he's trying to find a way past Sam Thompson, who, despite being slightly younger than him, has got a bit more experience. There's number 36 Callum Ward on the Yamaha R6. Through to complete another lap we go. Lee Williams there in third place. In fourth is Burridge. There's Reece Rothwell just up ahead of Tim Neve, number 14. So number of riders going well. Joe Goggins, as I mentioned. Milo Ward is up in the top 10 as well. Harry Truelove from the pre-national 600s, the winner we just saw a moment ago, it has entered this race. You are eligible if you want to enter this one as well. He's up into the top 15. He's up ahead of Louis Dawson, Dean Mulcahy and Stephen Kaplan, Max Wadsworth. Names there that you may well recognise, but this is the fight for the win overall. The two Superstock 600 boys are fighting it out for this first GB Racing 600 Sportsman Elite race on TV day. Of course, these guys were here racing yesterday. To find out news, of course, you get extra snippets on what happens on Saturdays. You can, of course, find out on the Thundersport website, www.thundersportgb.com. Keep up to date with things on Twitter as well, @ThundersportGB. For now, you're tuning into this, and we're very grateful. There is Lee Williams in third. This is the battle for fourth. Rothwell, number 6, up ahead of 53, Chris Burridge. Reece Rothwell, who won the Street Fighter Championship a couple of years back now. His brother Curtis is back racing as well, I noticed, which is nice to see. Another former champion in the Thundersport GB ranks. He won the Mini Twins a few years back. Now then, what can Matt Truelove do? And he's trying to find a way past Sam Thompson here. Sam's got that lovely sweeping line around clearways and through Clark Curve. It does almost tempt Matt into trying to find a way past him up the inside, but it's not quite enough. But he's running out of time now. We've just got one lap left of this Brands Indy circuit for Matt Truelove to find a way past Sam Thompson. Their last laps were almost identical just then. They're both doing 48s. This is Sam Thompson, though, who's got that nice tight line around Druids, and Matt Truelove here needs to get a bit closer if he's going to make a move. Further back, that's Davey Todd trying to get past Tim Neve. That's the battle for 6th and 7th overall. Number 95 there is Dean Mulcahy. He's up there with Louis Dawson there, fighting out for some points as well. And here we go then. This is it. And there's the door that's been left open slightly. There's not quite enough room. Well, there is, but Matt's not quite close enough, and I'm not sure if they're going to be able to do anything about it now. And it's going to be a race to the line. Here we go then. Look for the checkered flag. It's going to be Sam Thompson that wins this one on the Triumph, just from Matt Truelove. But a good race, that one. In third place there, a bit of a lonely race, but a decent one for Lee Williams, who's third overall and finishes as the winner in the Formula 600s. And then that good battle going on further behind. Reece Rothwell was able to fend off the advancing Chris Burridge and Tim Neve. Tim Neve, who incidentally finishes in third overall in the Superstocks with that one. Good result all round, good racing, and another one to come later on. But there is your winner, centre of your picture, Sam Thompson. In the Formula 600's Lee Williams. Let's catch up with the two winners of both classes now. Sam, good to have you back here at Thundersport, and you were kept honest in that race, but it was a good one.
Yeah, it was a brilliant race. He was quicker than me in a couple of places, but I learned from that halfway through. So no, I closed the door in a few places and didn't let that pass, but no, it was a good race, enjoyable.
And obviously, as I mentioned before, good to have you back here, of course, as the champion from a few years ago. You must have a few people still to thank, though.
Yeah, of course, lots of people to thank. It's still Grandma and Grandad have come over from France to help out, and big support and everything. Kabuto helmets, they've been brilliant to me. Nemesis Transport, which is Scott Adam, he's a big help, and also Strategic Solutions and Insignia Signs that do the bike for us.
Right on.
Cool, thanks Steve, cheers.
Winner of the Formula 600 race there, Lee Williams. Lee, this is a bit more like it at the start of the season, up on the top step.
Yeah, it's a bit a better start than what we had last year. Good start, just plucked my way through, got comfortable, and just maintained. Just shame I couldn't catch the front two, but pace is there. We just need to work a little bit harder now on various stuff. So.
Previous years, you've had some bad luck here and there. Do you feel like this could be your year for the championship?
Well, we're going to try and attend every round and see where we are at the penultimate round, last round, and you never know, it could be this year, but we'll have to wait and see, won't we?
Who have you got to thank, mate?
Massive thanks to Phil from High Tech Coatings Rainford Limited. Without Phil this year, we wouldn't be racing. Dad for pulling all his hard work out over a tough winter that we've had. Sister as well, she's dug deep and helped as much as she can. Everyone else, DCR, Shoei, City, Spar the Leathers, Mike Wright, Majestic Engineering, just Dave from Mainstream Motorcycle Training, just everyone that's really dug deep. Damien from Builder Supplies, who's really dug deep this year to get me on track, so much appreciated.
Well done, Lee. Join us again after the break. It's time for race 2 for the Thundersport GP1. Welcome back. It's Thundersport GP at Brands Hatch for round 1 of 2015. We saw a decent GP1 race earlier that was won by number 74 in the background there, Curtis Wright. This man here, though, Phil Crowe, will be looking to reverse that, try and get himself that win on the board. There is Craig Neve. Craig's made it onto the grid. Well done, Craig. Out there on the Craig Neve Racing Kawasaki. And Craig Mack scaffolding sponsorship for this year. Further back there, you've got Adam Shelton, number 61, 224, Barry Teasdale, as we mentioned. A number of other riders as well that have featured at the top end of most Thundersport Championships over the last few years. And away we go, the big bikes screen down towards turn 1 now since this morning's opening race. The weather has closed in somewhat, a lot more overcast, cooler temperatures, track temperatures dropped by a good 10-15 degrees, a lot cooler out there. We were wearing shirts this morning, we are definitely wearing jackets this afternoon. Here we go then into Graham Hill Bend, and Curtis Wright got away really well once more on the BMWs. Further back you can see there, number 194, Bill Callister, one of our Royal Marines Motorsport riders. But it is a sensational start once more for Curtis Wright, number 74 there on the Stony Stanton rider on the BMW. Just like he did in race 1, he's got away from the line very well. Let's see where Phil Crowe is. He's got some work to do, but he is up into second place, and he's got Adam Shelton with him. Adam Shelton there on the Scruffs machine, just up the inside. Oh, really wide there for the Bob Henderson Racing Kawasaki we're on board with of Barry Teasdale. And into Druids, and he's wide again around here. That's Craig Neve just up ahead of him. And number 35 there is Shane Pearson. Shane out there on the Melted Sliders Kawasaki, last year's Golden Era Superbike champion. So moving up into this class for this season, and keep an eye on Shane. Good, solid rider, and he'll certainly start climbing those results screens as the year goes on. You cannot win the championship in this opening round. You can certainly lose it. We've seen a number of riders over the years that have been cursed by crashing and either picking up injuries or spending a lot of money through crashes at the opening round. At the moment though, race 2, it's Curtis Wright that leads, but that gap that he has out front has come down already as Phil Crowe chases him down. A solid third there for Dave Brook. Further back there is Barry Teasdale on board with him now, looking up ahead to that Scruffs Kawasaki of Adam Shelton, number 61. There he is, orange bike, black leathers, last year's runner-up in the Superstock 600 and Sportsman Elite 600 Championship. He lost that to the race leader that you're looking at here, Curtis Wright, and now he's left the door open and the experienced Phil Crow swallows him up. He's going to run wide himself though, and that is the only problem with that move. You're going to have to keep a tight line if you want to hold on to your advantage, but whatever happens here, Curtis Wright knows he's in a race because Phil Crow has closed in on him. First race Curtis had in his pocket really, no one came even close to him. It looks like he's going to have company throughout this one. Phil Crow takes this nice wide swooping line which gives him plenty of drive, exiting Druids, both completely different lines into Graham Hill Bend. Curtis knows he's there because he's defending that line through Graham Hill Bend, but here comes Phil again. Phil will certainly try and have a look here as we round Surtees and head in towards Clearway Corner, and this time Curtis blocks his path and tells Phil, you're going to have to go the long way round, pal. Here we go, around Clark Curve. This might work out reasonably well for Phil Crow. They're almost side by side as they make their way around Clark Curve and onto the start-finish straight. Flat out for these machines as we head down towards Paddock Hill to complete another lap. And that's it. That's the thing with Brands Hatch. There is no rest for the wicked. It may only be 6 turns around here, but it is so technical as we see Kingsley Ruddy a bit further back there, just inside the top 8. Having a decent battle with Adam Revel, Michael Neves, Shane Pearson's up there. Sam Boyers, last year's pre-national 600 champion. There he is, pre-national 1000 champion. There he is, number 169. And Bill Callister going through once more. He's about to be lapped though. Here come the race leaders. Oh, they're going to get themselves in a right pickle here. James Weir Dunn just has the leaders going either side of him. And it's Curtis Wright with the inside line, but Phil Crow, the former champion, around the outside. Both of these riders have had championships in this series, Thundersport GP. One more recent than the other. Curtis Wright, last year's 600 champion, against Phil Crow, who is turning to roads in the this stage of his career at the moment. And I have to admit, as soon as I saw Phil Crow showing him the front wheel, I thought that might just be all over, but Curtis Wright is putting on a good show. There is number 16, Carl Simpson, who's currently leading the pre-national thousands. He's in 12th place overall, having a good run out. And this is where you have problems in this race. Oh, poor Jonathan Panther has to sit up. And I would imagine he may well have a stain in the backside of his leathers there, as he has Curtis Wright one side of him and Phil Crow the other. There is last year's pre-national 1000 champion. Someone's gone down. That's a horrific sound into Clearways. And that is Teo Papadopoulos. Well, they're supposed to smash plates, not smash bikes up. And, well, around Clearway Corner there, Teo, rookie for this season. He'll certainly learn from that, and we'll see him back out hopefully at the next round. Hopefully he's all right, because it's a very fast part of the circuit to be going down, and normally high sides. There's Michael Neves, 33, just going through your shot. Michael's just inside the top 10 overall, up ahead of Pearson. There's a mighty battle going on actually there between sort of 7-8 riders, and they're all valuable points that they're trying to get. There is 71 Phil Crow trying to find a way past Rory Parker, number 90. Rory Parker, who's currently in 22nd place, has been up at the sharp end of GP1s before. Oh my word, they're finding their way through. Here's Barry Teasdale looking up ahead towards Dave Brook, who's ahead of him out on circuit. Dave Brook in 4th place and around. Oh, now Barry Teasdale pulling in here. Maybe a problem here for Barry Teasdale. He pulls out of the race. Well, there you go, and that will move up a number of riders further back. He was in 5th place at the time, so Shelton moves ahead of him, Adam Revel, Kingsley Ruddy, etc. Now your leaders are just going down into Graham Hill there, but there's 3 or 4 riders just up ahead of them. Look out for number 71 and 74. 71 Phil Crow, 74 Curtis Wright. Here we go then into Surtees, and they're putting a lap on Dan Shaler there. Curtis Wright going up the inside, Crow going around the outside, but there's not much room. This is fantastic racing between these boys. Phil Crow and Curtis Wright, both experienced at different levels. Phil far more experienced at Thundersport GB in terms of the big bikes. Few rain spots there on the camera lens. 1 lap to go. It's getting colder and the clouds are closing in. Who's it going to be? Crow or Curtis Wright? Crow it is that has the advantage at the moment on the BMW ahead of Curtis Wright. They're both on BMWs, in fact, just to make it all the more confusing. Further back there is Sam Boyers up ahead of number 31, Colin Parker. There's Callister just up ahead of Peter Brand. And then 338 is Mark Greenslade. But it looks like Phil Crow is going to get one back on Curtis Wright. Curtis isn't close enough unless this traffic plays a big part around Clark Curve, and onto the start-finish straight we go. And the former champion is back to winning ways at Thundersport GB. Phil Crow wins it here, and he knows he's been in a race. That was good stuff from him and Curtis Wright, two former Thundersport champions going at it, hammer and tong, first and second. Third place for Craig Neve, who's the Superstock 1000 winner in third overall. Dave Brooke then fourth, Adam Shelton fifth but third in class, and Adam Revel a really solid sixth place. There's Phil, centre of your pick, with Curtis Wright on the left and Kingsley Ruddy on the right. Craig Neve wins the Superstocks with Dave Brooke on the left and Adam Shelton on the right. In the pre-national thousands, it's Carl Simpson the winner. On the left is Jack York, on the right Michael Mace. So championship standings heading into round 2 of Thundersport GB. Crow it is that leads, 5 points though ahead of Curtis Wright. Adam Shelton is in third ahead of Craig Neve. Barry Teasdale fifth, despite pulling in just a moment ago, and Dave Brooks sixth. In the Superstock thousands, it's 4 points now between Adam Shelton and Craig Neve. Barry Teasdale not far behind either. He's in third ahead of Dave Brooke, Adam Revel and Shane Pearson there, last year's Golden Era Superbike champion. Pre-National Sport Thousands, it's a 3-point lead for Joshua Boyd ahead of Jack York. Carl Simpson, with a double win on Sunday, is in third. Winner of the second GP1 race there, Phil Crow. Phil, it's fair to say that you know you were in a race there. That was wonderful to watch.
Yeah, what a race. Curtis Wright, new talent to the 1000cc class, mega rider, mega racer, hard but fair racer, and yeah, what a show we put on there. I'll come back off that buzzing myself, so yeah, real good.
Anyone to thank at all?
Yeah, we've got Hantrans who are on for the second year running now, supporting me for the TT and the road racing and the short circuits. Welton Quarries, who are on again for the second year. Chef Pack Export Packaging, who have come on new this year for the road racing. They're supporting me on a 600 at the TT and the Northwest 200. Silkaleen Oils, Hull Beach Motorcycle Tyres, Apache Customs, Fleetwood Grab Services, B&C Express, Andy C&E Groundworks, Andrew Batt, and there's a collection of other people like I think Dunlop give us a bit of help through Hull Beach Motorcycle Tyres, and the list goes on. There's so many people that make this happen. If it weren't for them, we wouldn't be here. Simple.
Well done.
Cheers, thank you.
Winner in the pre-national thousands. Carl, we were talking up the weather earlier on in race 1, but it's got a lot cooler. Nevertheless, you're still on the top step.
Yeah, I thought it was going to rain earlier, to be honest, but just managed to stay off for that race. It was all right, pretty eventful, like plenty of people falling off and a few pushing and shoving going on, but picked up a spot from I did last race, so all's good.
Winner here, Craig Neve. Craig, I'm not going to talk even about the fact that you missed the first race, so we'll just talk about that one. A really intense race, a decent field as ever, and you're on the top step again.
Yeah, unbelievable race, really. You know, it's been such a difficult weekend. You know, everything's gone wrong, crashes, punctured radiators, and you know, and it's really good to have a battle with Dave Brooke at the end there. He's riding really well. Wish I didn't give him any advice on the gearing because it nearly shot myself in the foot. But fair play to Dave. Really enjoyed the race.
Always good to have you with us though, Craig, and I'm sure you got a few people to thank.
Yeah, really enjoying it with Thundersport. Yeah, I'd like to say thanks to Cormac Scaffolding and Derek Humberson at Flexi Hydraulic. Cheers.
Well, we saw a great race earlier on from the pre-national 600s. Race 2 coming up after the break. Welcome back. Time for race 2 for the A&R Racing Continental Pre-National Sport 600s. A&R Racing, who have been in the paddock since the year dot, really, and you can always go and see them for tyres, racing parts, etc. Alan Russell over there, and Continental, well, believe it or not, they do supply racing tyres. There's always a Continental tyre technician available at every race meeting, so keep your eye out for them as well. But this race was a classic earlier on. We saw a fascinating battle between Craig Curry, Harry Truelove and Sam Osborne. George Pycrofton is there in the yellow just on the front row. Away we go from the line and heading in towards turn 1. It is Pycroft against the whole shot, just like he did earlier, and another good start from the second row from Brendan Mallender, number 6, and he's attacking already, coming over to the right of your screen. Number 6, Brendan Mallender, is going to get the whole shot. What a fabulous couple of corners that was from Brendan Mallender, a rider that hasn't got too much bike experience in terms of racing. Really shot to the front there with a fantastic start. So all the guys that were on the podium from race 1 not getting away to the most perfect starts. We see Lewis Roberts there, number 56, just rearing up this massive field. Mallender leads from Pycroft. In third is Craig Curry. We've got Harry Truelove up there again, who's given himself plenty of work to do. 108 further back is Matthew Dawes from Studley on the Yamaha R6. There is the Honda that leads, though, from a Triumph. Brendan Mallender, number 6, black and orange machine. Yellow bike in second is Pycroft, number 67, a rider I think we'll see a bit more of in terms of fighting for podiums throughout this year. Then it's Curry just from Osborne and Harry Truelove. Good battles going on further back there. 157, Charlie Morris just going through, sitting Ash Stone up, number 60. Those guys well inside the points at the moment, but that could have been disastrous. We've seen a number of riders parked up over in the gravel traps at Druids in the past. It's so easy to do, but Mallender at the moment just letting off the brakes into clear ways. And then there's the Pallet Brothers Triumph of George Pycroft in second, although it's not going to be for long. A lovely move there from Curry. Pycroft just struggled to get on the power there, and Sam Osborne is going to take advantage also. Number 73, rider out there on the MSG Racing Suzuki, he's taken full advantage of that, and I think he might have just moved up into third. He has. And then in 5th place, it's Harry Truelove, race 1 winner, who's now making a move as well. So Pycroft, sad for him, but from the start of Clearways, he's lost 3 places. And that just goes to show you, if you get one corner slightly wrong, that's what can happen in a class as close as this. There's 42, Sam Matthews. Sam just outside the top 20 at the moment, but in a field with almost 40 riders, that's pretty much halfway up the pack, so not bad at all. These are your race leaders, though. Out front, it is Brendan Mallender, then Sam Osborne, who's found a way past Craig Curry, number 40. Then race 1 winner, Harry Truelove, darting through, it looks like now, into potentially 3rd place. No, he just settles for 4th. Pycroft on the yellow Triumph still in 5th place as they come up towards Druids. And here is Sam Osborne. He's been so quick these last few laps. It's no surprise to see him taking to the front, but they all bunch up. Here we go then, Osborne on the Suzuki, Mallender Honda, Curry Kawasaki, and then the Yamaha of Harry Truelove. That is how good 600 racing is. We've got relatively inexperienced riders on 4 different makes of machine, all fighting for the win. Further back there is 79 Nick Barnes from Peterborough on the Park Electric Yamaha. Leading this race as it stands is number 73, Sam Osborne on the Suzuki. He's now got a nice advantage over Harry Truelove, who won the race earlier on. These two had a proper fight to the line earlier. It looks like that one's set to resume. Craig Curry, currently in 4th place, trying to find a way past Brendan Mallender there, who got away from the line so well. Brendan Mallender, a rider to keep an eye on throughout the year. He had the rookie vest on throughout 2014. He is so new to the sport. He's got less experience than these riders directly around him. And here we go into Surtees. It's still Osborne with the all-white leathers on the Suzuki, up ahead of the Yamaha there of Harry Truelove, number 15. Nice riding style Harry Truelove's got there, just nice and relaxed as they come over the little hill there onto the start finish straight. Further back is number 94 and 59. 94 is Neil Roth, 59 is Liam Helliwell, cousins with Chris Helliwell that you saw a little while ago, the Churchill Lightning Kawasaki. But back to the leaders we go, and it's a defensive line being taken there from Sam Osborne, so he certainly knows he's got company. Harry Truelove in second, then a small gap back to 3rd place. It's still all going on further back though. There was Ash Stone, these guys battling it out for the remaining points, and again we see 94 and 59. Those guys just outside the points at the moment. In fact, no, I tell a lie, they're in the battle for 12 and 13, so I don't know what I'm talking about. It's the Suzuki of Sam Osborne that has the advantage from Harry Truelove as they round Clark Curve onto the start-finish straight to complete another lap into turn 1. You can can see all of the cars and the awnings over in the car park over there. We've got over 300 teams here this opening round at Thundersport GB, and we have a new race leader as Harry Truelove squeezes past Sam Osborne into Druids and makes Sam just sit up slightly on the Suzuki. Sam will definitely retaliate. I think we're going to see some decent action now from these two. Craig Curry there in third place, don't count him out, he's just closed in on the pair of them. These guys are just into the 49 sixes at the moment. There is 94 Neil Ross from Eastleigh, currently struggling a bit. He was up fighting with Liam Halliwell a moment ago, but he's just dropped a bit of ground. This is your race leader though, Harry Truelove, looking to do the double here on this Sunday at Brands Hatch. They're coming up to some traffic though, and up the inside comes Sam Osborne. A nice block pass there, runs slightly wide, but he's able to recapture his line. There's George Pycroft fighting further back. There's all sorts going on there. This is Richard Webb's up there as well, Joe Taylor, Wayne Crossman, Lee Howarth, and they're tripping each other up all the way through. That looked like Jack Little, former Thundersport 500 rider as well, who's enjoying his first season out on a 600. Oh, Craig Curry in the background there, just got eaten up a bit as he comes to face some back markers, and that's allowed Osborne and Harry Truelove just to disappear slightly out in front, and that's given them a nice comfortable gap over Curry in third place. We're counting down the laps now in the pre-national 600 race. It's Osborne and Harry Truelove that have the advantage, and still this battle goes on. Richard Webb there, number 8 with the rookie vest on, having real fun as they go around Paddock Hill Bend and then head up towards Druids. This is your race leader though, Sam Osborne. Harry Truelove now though lining up potentially a move as they come up towards Surtees, but he'll have to go the long way round. Will Sam Osborne open up the door here? No, he takes a nice tight line. Harry Truelove reverts slightly wide. That'll give him lovely drive coming out of Clark Curve and onto the start finish straight, and these guys are going to be side by side by the time they reach Paddock Hill Bend. Here we go then, across the start finish line come the two leaders, and here comes Harry Truelove with the last lap flag out. He's not able to make a move down into turn 1, so next up it's Druids, another good overtaking opportunity, but Osborne takes the defensive line, so Harry Truelove's going to have to find a way past elsewhere. Graham Hill Bend, tough place to do it. We've got gravel, smoke and dust all up there. Someone's gone down on this final lap, not sure who that is at this moment in time, but we're concentrating on what's going to go on out front as we see a number of riders here all trying to get some decent results. Here come the leaders, Osborne, number 73, still from Harry Truelove, who's trying to find a way round. Here we go then, it's Clearways, it's the last lap, who's going to get this one? Oh, and Osborne's gone down, oh, and Harry Truelove's collected him on this final lap. Carnage into the final turn on the last lap, and I do hope both riders are all right, but that means that picking up the pieces is Craig Curry. Number 40 takes the win. There's Sam Osborne. I hope these guys are all right. It's a fast part of the circuit to go down. Craig Curry can't believe his luck. He's picked up the pieces to take the 25 points. And to finish first you have to finish. Brendan Malander is then inheriting second place. Darren Ibbotson is up into third overall, number 50 ahead of George Pycroft, Richard Webb and Joe Taylor. The top 3 then in the pre-national Sports 600s. Let's catch up with them. Curry, Brendan Malander and Darren Ibbotson. We'll get a word with them in second, but these are the championship points. Curry it is that has that advantage, courtesy of those two tripping each other up. Malander is up to second overall. Third place in the pre-nationals there, Darren Ibbotson. Fantastic race for you. It was a bit of carnage going on the final lap there, and I'm sure if even you knew that you were on the podium.
No, I didn't, to be honest. No, I didn't realise till just then when we got shouted up.
Good race?
Yeah, good. Got better and better throughout the weekend.
And anyone to thank at all?
Yeah, Kilner's Tyres, please, for supporting me, and Swinton Performance. The Carl Painter done an awesome job. And my family, Jimmy Rose, Mick Corrigan, Rob Marshall, Motorbreakers. Yeah, thank you.
Well done to you. We move on now to second place rider Brendan Malander. Brendan, fantastic race for you there to pick up a podium and get yourself a trophy and some points on the board at the start of the year.
Fantastic. Never ridden around here before. 2 podiums yesterday and 1 today. Couldn't have asked for a much better weekend.
Anyone to thank?
Yeah, PHL Timber Warehouse, Bramley Mini Mart, St Leonard's Premier Shop, Edlington Motors, Barnbury Fishing Lakes, Moto Demon, Motor Graphics, Glenformy Suspension, Gemini Cars, Smith Western Photography and Russell McGrant Racing. Thank you.
Well done to you, Brendan. We now move on to race winner overall. This, well, maybe you'd be able to give us an insight as to what happened. How much of that did you see on the final lap?
I saw a pretty close up of it. I'm not sure which one, but I think one of them high-sided and the other one had nowhere to go and he went straight into him. You know, it's an unfortunate scenario and I don't like to win like that. You know, at the end of the day, them lads deserved first and second. But, you know, we've had a fantastic weekend. We've had 3 firsts and a third. And that's the first time I've thrown my leg over a bike in 12 years. You know, so, and the bike was literally built last Friday. It's a stock bike, and it's just credit to Kawasaki how good it really is straight away.
Join us again after the break. It's the final race of the show, the 600 Sportsman Elite. Welcome back to the final part of Thundersport Elite, and it's now time for the final race of the show. Matt Truelove there lines up on pole position, number 59. Second place missing, Tom Neve. And there is third place, Sam Thompson on 675. Sam and Matt enjoyed a decent race together in race 1, both on Superstock machines. There's Reece Rothwell further back on the Formula 600. I can tell you that Chris Helliwell, despite his bike going pop earlier, has borrowed his cousin Chris Helliwell's bike and is out there on that to pick up some valuable points, or what could certainly turn out to be valuable points. Away from the line we go then, and it's just the same as race 1 we saw earlier. Sam Thompson it is that has the early advantage from Matt Truelove. Reece Rothwell is up into third place. Then it's 64, Chris Helliwell on borrowed machinery. Then just up the inside, I think that's Tim Neve, number 14. Then Lee Williams, then Jordan Rushby, who's come on leaps and bounds since last season. Tom Neve, Tim Neve's twin brother, didn't make it onto the grid, so I'm not quite sure what's happened there, as we just got a quick shot of Ollie Brocklesby, one of the Superstock riders. But it's Thompson and Truelove that lead, from Rothwell, then Helliwell, then Tim Neve, number 23. A bit further back is Davey Todd from Birmingham on the Kawasaki, and he's got a orange bib on, so he's obviously a rider that we need to keep an eye on throughout the year. Sam Thompson, who came through the Aprilia Super Teen ranks way back, I would imagine, I think it was probably about 2011 he was in the Super Teens, and then jumped on to the 450s and then onto the 600s, and it really started working from there. On board now with Chris Helliwell on his cousin's bike, and he's just been passed by Lee Williams out front into Druids, around Graham Hill Bend. That gives you a really good idea as to how tight that corner is. You've got to get the line perfect. Up towards Surtees now after heading down the Cooper Straight, and Chris Helliwell's lost another place there as we head around Clearway Corner. You can just see the elevation rise and then it dips down again. You can't normally see that, but that's an excellent view of it around Clearway. The circuit just drops away and you can hear it's ground, and I believe that the rider that just went past Chris Helliwell there, I think it might have been Milo Ward, but I'm not entirely sure. We'll work that one out in a moment. There is Lee Williams, and I tell a lie, it was number 23, Davey Todd, that went by him, and Tim Neve as well. So just behind Tim Neve, there's Tim, number 14, is Jordan Rushby, number 2, rider from Beverley on the Seatskins Racing Yamaha. Now, quick bit of information on that. Jordan Rushby's bike, his clutch went earlier on in race 1, and it didn't look like he was going to be able to race in this second one in the Superstock 600s. But earlier on in the pre-national 600s, James May, and not the James May from Top Gear, but one of our Thundersport riders, decided to pull in from his race, pulled outside the garage of Jordan Rushby's, gave him his clutch so that Jordan could race here. Now that is sportsman racing at its absolute best. Hats off, James May. The world could do with a few more people like you. What a wonderful sentiment and a wonderful bit of sportsman. And certainly Jordan's giving your clutch a good pasting, mate, because he's out there fighting not far away from the podium places. There he is, number 2, Jordan Rushby, who's got that clutch in. But at the front of this race at the moment It is number 59, Matt Truelove. Now, since getting past Sam Thompson, he's gapped him and he's pulling away, and I'll tell you why. We're looking at a rider here that has just completely demolished the Superstock 600 lap record, in fact the 600 outright lap record. We are into cooler conditions later on in the day, so that doesn't really make much sense, but either way, Matt Truelove's certainly working away very well, getting the best out of his tyres and his bike. A 47.990 from Matt Truelove on a stock Yamaha. Good effort there, and he has, as a result, pulled away from Sam Thompson in second place. So it looks like Matt is on his way to get a victory, just like his brother did earlier in the show. Jordan Rushby there trying to hang on to what's looking like a Superstock 600 podium, but just running wide slightly. There is number 23 just up ahead of him, Davey Todd. He stands in their way of a Superstock podium at the moment. Milo Ward also in there as well. What a result this would be for these two riders as they get in the slipstream there. You can see number 41, Milo Ward, looked very, very close indeed. There's your race leader, Truelove. Second place now for Sam Thompson. Third place there is Lee Williams, leading the Formula 600s, up ahead of Reese Rothwell in fourth. Second in the 400s, second in the Formula 600s, and then these three fighting it out for the final place on the podium. Now, it's important for these guys, not just because obviously they want to be there, but they've not had a Superstock 600 podium with Thundersport GB before, so it would be a very nice one to get at the start of the season for those guys. There's Rothwell. Here's this battle that we were waiting for, and there is Davey Todd, number 23, that at the moment has it. The rookie is on for a Superstock third place. Just up ahead though of Milo Ward, who's now got past Jordan Rushby, number 2. Jordan, who made a mistake just on the exit of Graham Hill a few laps ago. Out front, there's no change, guys, don't worry. Matt Truelove, Sam Thompson, Lee Williams, Reese Rothwell, they're your top 4. Further back, this is Chris Helliwell, who's on borrowed machinery. He's in 9th place overall, and he is in fact actually at the moment 3rd place in the Formula 600. So he'll be giving his cousin a big pat on the back after this race. These could turn out to be crucial points for Chris in his hunt for the Formula 600 crown as he rounds Graham Hill Bend and heads on to the Cooper Straight. It's called the Cooper Straight, and the start-finish straight is called the Brabham Straight. Neither of them are in a straight line. This is the battle for the Superstock 600 3rd place. 23, Davey Todd. 41, Milo Ward. Number 2, Jordan Rushby. Those two bikes leading that scrap are both Kawasaki's. Jordan Rushby out there on a Yamaha. This is your race leader though, Matt Truelove, who put that fast lap in right towards the end, really, of this series of laps that he's just put in. So unbelievable stuff. There's Lee Williams just going by number 33, Ollie Brocklesby. He's putting a lap on him. Lee from Liverpool caught up with him earlier on, the high-tech Robinson's Kawasaki rider. He's on for another Formula 600 win. Great way to start the championship for him. Reese Rothwell's going to pick up some crucial points as well. And now Jordan Rushby has moved up ahead of Milo Ward. So he's moved up to 4th in the stock 600. Davey Todd there just running out wide. And here comes Jordan Rushby. We're coming towards the end of this race. And now this battle for 3rd in the Superstock 600s really hotting up. The 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th overall in this Sportsman Elite 600 race pretty much wrapped up here, barring any mistakes. This is your race leader, Matt Truelove. This is, he's the Superstock race leader also. This is your Formula 600 leader, Lee Williams. And this is the battle for 5th, 6th and 7th respectively on circuit, but for 3rd in the Superstock 600. There further back is 72, Max Wadsworth, currently in 15th place overall, fighting with Jamie Boyce, Steve Kaplan and Jack Leakley. But here we go, and now Jordan Rushby and Milo Ward have got past Davey Todd, and they're going to scrap it out for this final podium. They both want to get on the podium for the first time, but the last lap flag is out, so this is it. Matt Truelove is going to be home and dry shortly. He's got a 6-second lead over Sam Thompson. Lee Williams looking like there he's going to win the Formula 600s. He's 3rd overall, and Reese Rothwell still in 4th. But who will get 5th place, and crucially, the final spot on the Superstock 600 podium? Chris Helliwell, by the way, still looking good for Formula 600 3rd place. He's just up ahead of Joe Goggins as it stands. So the final few corners now for race leader True Love. He goes through. There's Sam Thompson in second. Then Lee Williams third, number 94. There is number 6, Reece Rothwell in fourth. Here we go then across the line, and True Love it is that wins here, and a crucial 25 points and a lap record as well to boot. There is second place for Sam Thompson. There is third for Lee Williams. He wins the Formula 600 battle with that one. Reece Rothwell fourth overall and second in Formula 600s. And I can tell you that fifth place across the line was Jordan Rushby. So thanks to James May's clutch, Jordan Rushby's finished fifth, his highest ever finish, and his first Superstock 600 podium. He just nips ahead there of Milo Ward, who likewise has had a great start to the season. There's Matt Truelove though, winner of the Superstocks, with Sam Thompson on the left and Jordan Rushby on the right. In the formulas it's Lee Williams, Reece Rothwell and Chris Helliwell. And now let's have a look at the championship points heading into Donington Park. 5 points the difference between Sam Thompson and Matt Truelove. Lee Williams in third, Rothwell in fourth place with Burridge fifth, and Tim Neve in sixth. In the Formula 600s, it's Lee Williams with a 3-point lead over Reece Rothwell. Burridge there in third, ahead of Goggins and Helliwell, who picked up a vital 16 points thanks to his cousin. He's there in fifth, ahead of Max Wadsworth. And then in the Superstock 6s, 5 points between Thompson and Truelove in that one as well. Tim Neve third, it's Davey Todd in fourth, ahead of Milo Ward and Jordan Rushby.
Winner of race 2 here, Lee Williams. Brilliant start to the championship for 2015 here at Brands Hatch.
Yeah, no, couldn't do better today after a bit of a result yesterday and struggled with rear grip yesterday. But today, you know, we've sorted our problem, and you know we're back where we want to be, and to go into the next round at a reasonable point on the board, you know, it's good. This weekend we'll just get points and start the championship at the next round, but well, we'll start it this weekend instead.
Winner of that race, Matt Truelove. Matt, you moved up into this very competitive class. Earlier on in the pre-national 600, saw your brother win. You thought you'd steal his thunder, and great win for you.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Yeah, I mean, me and Harry have been trying hard all season really to get ready for this, and it seems like it's been a long time, but it's brilliant to actually finally get here. And you know, you can do testing, and you never know how you're going to get on. And we've got here, and from day one, from Friday, we felt fast, and me and Sam Thompson were like battling all weekend. So to finally get the win on him is brilliant.
Some serious lap times in cool conditions as well.
Yeah, I can't believe it, to be honest. I mean, I did a 48.1 yesterday, and I didn't think I was going to get near it because it was, like say, it's colder. But we like put a slightly better tyre on first one, and 47.9. I can't believe it. Well happy.
Who would you like to thank?
My family, my mum and dad, my Adam Marshall for helping us put the bikes together and stuff like that. Tranam and Scorpion for the helmets and stuff like that. Phil Seaton for the engine, he's tuned the engine for us, well, as much as you can on that stock anyway. And Race Products for all the fairings and that they do. So yeah, that's it. Brilliant. Cheers.
So the sun sets on Brands Hatch Indy for round 1 of 2015. Join us again at Donington Park for round 2 next month.